You're listening to the Voice of Knowledge podcast, where knowledge finds its own voice and speaks for its true value. But it's through real everyday actions that you can bring knowledge to life. So, tune in to learn, to create new value, and to share knowledge with others. In this special series, we'll unpack what it takes to build real capabilities in today's fast-changing world. Each episode brings you practical frameworks, real stories, and actionable insights, helping you move beyond traditional HR and unlock your team's full potential. Whether you're leading, learning, or shaping talent, this series is your guide to smarter capability growth. Let's dive in.
Talent, intelligence, strategic reframing. After all we've explored, mindset, learning, career growth, and culture, there's one final piece that truly ties it all together. Insight. Because no matter how good our strategies are, we can't scale what we don't see. We can't grow what we don't understand, and we definitely can't lead if we're just guessing. That's why I believe talent intelligence is no longer optional. It's foundational. But not in the way most people think. This isn't about HR reports. It's about making talent data speak to strategy, to action, to transformation. In this part, let me show you how I turn scattered data into strategic visibility, from tracking to activation, from inventory to movement, and from raw input to real-time decisions that empower people and move the business forward. Let's talk about talent intelligence as the compass that guides not just where we are, but where we can grow. We need talent intelligence. Why talent intelligence matters? Here's how I see it. We can't develop what we don't understand. We can't move fast if we don't see clearly. And that's why talent data isn't just for reports, it's for decisions. Talent intelligence is about turning raw data into real insight to make smarter calls about hiring, growth, mobility, and readiness. From talent inventory to talent activation. Most organizations already track data like skills, experience, and performance. But tracking is just step one. What matters more is what we do with it. I focus on activation. How do we match the right people to the right roles, gigs, and growth paths before they even ask? That's when talent systems become a strategic advantage, not just a compliance tool. Here's where the three pillars come in again. In a skill-based model, we map who can do what across roles and beyond job titles. In a performance-based model, we track outcomes, not just attendance. And in a shape-based model, we analyze patterns. Who's growing in depth? Who's expanding their range? Who's ready for stretch roles? Talent intelligence helps us connect the dots between learning, doing, and growing. Why? Some of the key metrics I track include skills readiness versus projects or role demand, learning velocity, how fast someone applies what they learn, growth conversion, who moved from learning to performance to promotion, and talent movement patterns, internal gigs, cross-functional shifts, but it's not about tracking everything. It's about tracking what drives action. You don't need a perfect system to get started. Even it is modular setups using Airtable, Notion, and AI tools. The key is make sure your data speaks to strategy, not just to HR compliance. Whether it's a dashboard or a data studio, your leaders should see what's possible, not just what happened. To wrap this up, if you think of talent development as a journey, then talent intelligence is the compass. It shows us where we are, where we're going, and how we can get there faster with the people we already have. That's the power of building a learning organization with visibility, one where every insight becomes a lever for growth. And that brings us full circle, from strategy to system, from people to performance. That's how I approach HR, as an architect of capability, culture, and transformation, powered by intelligence and built for the future.